So, if anyone who really likes roller coasters, you can get this program, which is free. It's meant to be used with something called the No Limits Roller Coaster Simulator. This is like basically just a program that simulates roller coasters. You can design all sorts of crazy shit with it. The No Limits is not free. It costs I don't know how much money, but this program that's like a side thing for it, if it's intended to be used for it, lets you just design basically just the track itself, not any of the scenery or terrain. But you could be like, alright, I'll set the friction or whatever in this. Let's make that. Could be like, alright, add a straight section. Let's make it 20 meters. Curve. Something like that. And basically, yeah, for the first few segments, they'd be simple like this, but the really interesting part of this particular program, and there's another one out there called Newton, which is basically the same thing. This will be 180, yeah. Let's put it to 20 kilometers an hour. Alright, so this would be like the end of the lift hill. Is that now you can do a force section, and it's a force vector design. So the way the program works is that you can design a ride based on the forces that it would have. So it's like this graph here. I'm going to put this down so that this y acceleration here, let's put it to 0, so that's like 0 g's, and then append, let's put it to 4 g's, so now it's you can design it based on like the g force that the rider would experience, which is, and you can do this for like much more precision than like Roller Coaster Tycoon, where everything's at like 90-degree angles and shit. You can have this to design, in theory, pretty much any kind of like actual roller coaster. So if I put like 50 degrees here, you can have it put to like any I guess, yeah, this has like 3 degrees of 3 significant digits after the decimal point, and it lets you, build roller coasters. So if I was to put this to like 5 seconds, you could have like, alright, there's like a loop. Not perfect, you'd want to like modify it a little. Usually for coasters this tall, it'd probably be something like they wouldn't invert, they would just have hills. Let's put it to like 58 degrees, and then it's, bam, like a airtime hill. And for the entirety of this, it's like perfectly 0 g's. Or you could set it to like, alright, let's put it at -1. This isn't quite capturing everything. So yeah, you have like different transition things you can have. One of them, some of them it like goes back to the same value. For a plateau, if I put it to like -1 plateau, it'll go down to -1 g and then sit there for a while and go back to the normal cubic. You can like sort of like see what it would look like here. Compared to like a quintic, it's just a different sort of like smooth transition from one to the next. And it's like, alright, this would be like a -1 g airtime hill, and you can design just pretty much anything. if you want a free program that lets you design roller coasters, this will be it. With this program specifically, it's you won't be able to ride it or anything, but I guess you could just give me the file and I could add it into No Limits, where you can make like you can ride the ride, or at least design shit around it. Like I've made a few while this loads, because it's a pretty accurate simulator in terms of the physics. So it takes a while to load certain things. But yeah, I could even see let's just have you could have a straight section and be like, all right, it's 70 meters, but then after the end of it, you're going 200 kilometers an hour. So then like a 4 section, it's like, oh yeah, you're going hella fast. The green line here is lateral force. So I set this to like cubic, put this to like 2 Gs. Dynamic, yes. And then it'll like turn sideways without any sort of roll. Typically, you want lateral force to be 0, ideally. And then any rolling it would roll like around the heart line, which is this yellow line here, and that's how like a ride would work. Anyway, yeah. In the actual thing, you can design. Yeah, here's like 2 roller coasters that are big, giant, crazy roller coasters. You can make it do all sorts of shit. This one, like, yeah, these are 2 separate things which go on this little thing here. It's like, yeah, you make roller coasters. If that sounds appealing to you, then you'll know if you'd like this kind of program or not, whatever. So in case of the people that do, check it out.